Oh my goodness.
There we go. Hopefully nobody heard that line. If you're catching this on the replay, do us a favor and hashtag replay. I'm Dr. Vanessa R. Brooks, and I have my partner with me, Coach Alan Ace Ford, and he's going to engage you for just a few moments while I take care of something over here on this side.
I really hope you guys didn't catch me saying that I was nervous. But you know what? I am nervous. I'm so nervous because I'm here again in another month to talk about something that is so important to me and so important to me and Dr. Vanessa. I'm so glad that you guys are joining. Come into the space. Make sure you let us know if you're watching the replay or if you're watching live. But we're here to talk about, is your job making you sick? We are here to talk about how you can recognize the signs before it's too late. And it makes me nervous because I can remember having professional corporate careers and where I did realize that my mental health was at jeopardy. I was experiencing more anxiety, more worry, more depression than ever before. And I couldn't really figure out where that stuff was coming from. Because it's one thing when you got a good job, you're making good money, you have a nice home, you got a nice car, but yet you're still unhappy, yet you're still feeling unwell, yet you're still feeling like every time you pull up to the job, you're just sitting in the car. You got to take 10 breaths before you even walk into the building. Y'all know what I'm talking about when you get home and you sit in your car for a little while longer before you walk into home because your job is making you sick. In fact, excuse me, I am coming up under the weather. For you guys who don't know, I live in Michigan. Michigan is known infamously for its bipolar weather. In the morning, it's 90 degrees, and at nighttime, there's snow. That's just how it works here in Michigan. So if you hear me sniffing or sneezing, please excuse me. But I'm here with Dr. Vanessa to talk about our new, oh my gosh, we have been working so hard this entire year to build an entire resource institute that will help people to be able to provide maybe self-care techniques and methodologies to help you to overcome and combat burnout and stress and fatigue and inefficacy. And I really want to dive into that today with you guys. I want to know, is your job making you sick? And I want to be able to help you because I want you to be able to, one, do what it is that you love to do. I want you to be able to follow your purpose. Most of you guys went to school because you wanted to become a teacher. You wanted to become a nurse. You wanted to become a therapist. That was your dream. You dreamed that as a kid. And then you get into the organization and now you hate it because you have compassion fatigue. You have stress. You have burnout. And now you're ready to leave. And I just feel so much conviction, guys, because I know so many good teachers, good therapists, amazing mentors, coaches who have left the industry because they were burned out. People that we need as mentors, people who I felt safe to have our children around, but they're no longer practicing the helping professions that we need from them. And so I wanted to collaborate with Dr. Brooks to see how can we create maybe some type of bridge for people who are experiencing these issues, for people who are walking away from their careers, for people who are dealing with doctor reports saying your blood pressure is high, saying that you have cardiovascular issues, saying that you need to be on certain antidepressants because of all of the things that you're experiencing vicariously at work. And so that's what we're here today to talk about. And so, as you guys know, I have the phenomenal, the world renowned brain coach herself who has studied these things pretty, pretty in depth. And we can talk about it together as a group. And so let's get into the conversation. Hey, Dr. Brooks.
Hey, Coach Alan Ace, how are you doing today, my friend?
I'm doing good. It's so good to see you again on another
I
endeavor
know, on
after
another
the success
endeavor.
of Elevate Her. And now we're here.
We're here. For those that know, we were promoting the Elevate Her experience a couple of months ago. That was an amazing experience. We were able to sell that program, and now we're back to talk about something that's really near and dear to my heart. By the way, I am on TikTok as well. Hey, TikTokers, if you want to join us, we're on. You can join us on YouTube and or Facebook if you want to be a part of the conversation. I'm gonna try to remember to look over here and see what y'all are saying as well, though. So listen, I want to know though. I want to ask a couple of questions because I like to get engagement, right? I want to know if any of the people watching live or on the replay, are you all participating in what we call helping professions? By that, I mean teachers, teachers' assistants, principals, superintendents. We're talking about nurses, doctors, CNAs, ministers. We're talking about therapists, social workers. We're talking about even attorneys, right? We're talking about caseworkers. So anybody that helps other people for a living. Okay, I see on TikTok they're saying yes. You're who we're talking to tonight. I have been a helping professional all my life. Cadillac Red says she's a social worker. I'm talking to you. I've been a helping professional all of my life as I worked in social services as well, in social work, case management. I also was a pastor for 14 years. Y'all know that because I always talk about that. And I'm going to tell you something. In the helping professions, we see something chronically that we don't always see in other professions. So we're talking about burnout. I need you to raise your hand in the comments if you've ever experienced burnout. Raise your hand. On TikTok, raise your hands, child. Okay? If you've ever experienced burnout, compassion fatigue, overwhelm, stress in the workplace, I'm talking to you. Okay, this is really important. We got 105 people on our TikTok. So there must be some people who are really experiencing burnout in the workplace. I need you to stay tuned, okay? Because we're talking about that tonight. And so let's just start off by talking about what burnout is, okay? I think it's really important to just get a working definition of what burnout is. And it's, for me, that's how I learn, that's how I grow, that's how I make sense of things, is I need to understand what it is. So I want to give you all the actual definition of burnout, okay? Now, this definition was created by Dr. Christina Maslock, who also actually created a burnout assessment. Okay, so let's define it. Dr. Anthony says this is a great subject. I agree. Y'all do me a favor, tap the screen on TikTok. Make sure that you're sharing it. If you're watching on YouTube, if you're watching on Facebook, make sure that you're also sharing this live stream because this is very important, okay? Burnout is killing people. Did y'all know that? Not only is burnout making people sick, burnout is killing folk, all right? Here's how Dr. Christina Maslock defines burnout. Okay, she says it is a psychological syndrome defined by 3 key pillars. Somebody type in the comment section 3 key pillars. Okay, the first key pillar is emotional exhaustion. Okay, exhaustion, that kind of speaks to itself. Have you ever been exhausted, y'all? Let me know in the comments. I surely have. All right, I surely have. Exhaustion. All right. Number 2, the second pillar. They're saying yes on TikTok, Ace. The second pillar, all right, is depersonalization. And we're going to break these down in just a minute. Depersonalization is the second pillar. Every job should be teaching y'all this in the workplace. Every company should have wellness programs. Okay, especially those of you who work for helping professionals, who work for helping organizations. You need to ask them, do we have a wellness program here? And if not, why don't we? Okay, so the second pillar to this is depersonalization. The third key to burnout, okay, the third pillar is inefficacy. Inefficacy. All right, somebody type it for me, inefficacy. And so we're going to talk about each one of those so that you understand what burnout really is. All right. So again, we understand emotional exhaustion. We kind of get that. So let's take an example of what that would look like. As a matter of fact, y'all can tell me in the comment section, whether you're on YouTube, Facebook, TikTok, tell me in the comment section, give me an example of when you yourself have experienced emotional exhaustion. One example is if you are a mental health therapist, let's just say you're a therapist and you just feel drained every day after work. You just feel tired. You just feel like mentally exhausted. You're drained. You feel depleted. And you don't find joy in your work anymore. Have you ever been there? Cadillac Red says, sacrificing everything for everyone else, especially in the church, to be a leader. Yes. Yes. All right. Exhaustion. All right. What's an example of depersonalization? Well, that is when you start treating people as if they're not people. And instead you treat them as if they're objects. Uh-oh. Hey, Jason, as if they're objects. Yeah. When you are experiencing depersonalization, the empathy is gone. Come on back here and talk to me, y'all. When you are experiencing depersonalization, you lose empathy. You lose compassion. Kyra says, yes, I have when I was a caregiver doing nursing for the elderly. So you know what I'm talking about, right? All right. Have you ever been there where you lose compassion? That's where compassion fatigue comes into play. But Ace will discuss that later on this week. All right. And then what is inefficacy? I'm going to let Ace talk to y'all about inefficacy because he's the efficacy coach. All right. Talk to them about inefficacy, Alan.
Yes.
Y'all keep sharing on TikTok, okay? Can y'all hear? Make sure y'all can hear my buddy.
Can y'all hear me? I should have got on live with y'all. I didn't even think to do that. I forgot I can't come on there. I will next time. But let's talk about inefficacy. We know inefficacy is basically feeling as if you can't accomplish a certain task. It's rooted in your belief system. It's believing I can't do this no more. I can't work here no more. I can't do this. The very thing that you study for, the very thing that you have the degree in, the thing that is your expertise, you no longer believe in yourself. So you're entering the doors or the threshold of your office and you're walking in believing that you can accomplish the task. So what does that do? It affects how you manage payroll at work, right? It affects how you manage your clients who are coming in for therapy at work. It actually impacts how you handle patient care as a person who is in an efficient worker position as a nurse or CNA or a medical assistant. You get to this point where you no longer see these people as humans. You no longer hear their stories. You're so burned out, have so much compassion fatigue that these people are just numbers. I know you guys have experienced it where it's just, Miss Johnson, oh, you're here for your diabetes? Are you taking your medicine? The compassion is gone because you no longer believe in your ability to give that energy. So inefficacy is rooted in belief. It's a belief system about yourself. And what I'm here to talk about is how we can increase your efficacy level. I want to get you back to the high level of efficacy that you had when you studied your profession, when you studied the craft, when you saw its innocence and its beauty, when you saw that you were here because you believe you were destined to help people. And that's what efficacy is about. It's reminding you that you are capable, that you can do this thing, that it is a part of who you are, and increasing your belief in your skills, increasing your confidence. And that's what we're here to talk about. That's all what efficacy is. And if you guys are interested in this resource toolkit that we have, there's an entire module dedicated to efficacy and confidence, because we have learned through the study that people who are experiencing these maladaptive issues, they're dealing with a lot of confidence struggles. They're dealing with a lot of internal complexes and imposter syndrome, feeling not worthy. Let me know in the comments, am I talking to you? Have you now looked because your boss keeps writing you up, right? Your boss keeps pulling you to the side, having conversations with you. You no longer have the degree of efficacy that says, I can do this. Now, everything you do, you got to question yourself. You got to constantly seek out your peers and say, is this the right CCs? Is this the right amount of medication? Is this the right technique that I should use? Is this the right method for this client? You no longer have faith in your abilities to administer the care that you were trained in. And so I want to get you back to that safe space where you're sure of yourself. You have the confidence in your skill sets. And if you're in a place in your career where you're like, you know what? I'm going to do what I do, but I'm going to go to another place and do it because this is not the place for me. I want to help you to rediscover the confidence. And Vanessa, that's what efficacy is to me. That is what inefficacy speaks about. We're turning inefficacy on its back and we're embracing efficacy. We're enhancing that through this program. But I want to talk about something, Dr. Brooks, that I don't think a lot of people know, because even when me and you were writing this program, I had to come, because Dr. Brooks studied this in college, y'all. She got her PhD in this. I had to ask her myself. I said, what is cynicism? What is cynicism? Like, what is that? I didn't even realize that I have dealt with so much cynicism in my life and in my career. And so I want to get into it. Dr. Brooks, what is a simple way to define cynicism?
Well, I've kind of talked about it when I talked about depersonalization, because that's what happens when you become cynical. There is such a lack of empathy. There's such a lack of compassion. There's such a lack of care. You really stop treating people as if they are people. Like, you begin to really depersonalize people, and you don't see them as valuable human beings. You really don't. And when you stop seeing a person as a valuable human being, you're not going to provide that care that they desire, that they deserve. And as helping professionals, that's what we're here to do. We're here to help people. But when you become cynical, when cynicism sets in, you're so depleted, you're so drained, you've lost all interest in the individual, that you just don't provide that care that individuals deserve. Now, one of the things that I wanted to talk to you all about is that I want to talk to you about the physiological signs of burnout. Because tonight we are literally trying to get you to understand that burnout, not only does it make you very sick, burnout can kill you. All right. I know we're not supposed to say that word on TikTok. All right.
Unalive you.
Unalive you. And I want to get into some of the physical signs of burnout. Now, I also want to pause here and let you know. Raise your hand again if you are a helping professional. Let me know. Come back and talk to me. Nurses, CNAs, medical assistants, surgeons, therapists, social workers, case managers, teachers' aides, teachers, principals, superintendents. I need to know, if you're watching live, raise your hand one more time. All right, because I want to know who I'm talking to. I also want to let you know that I have something amazing to offer you tonight, because education is beautiful. We love education. I love sharing. I love talking about these things. I love having conversation. But how many people know we need solutions too? Okay, we need solutions too. Okay, and so this program is that we've created. It is about solutions, but not just any solutions, quick solutions. Raise your hand if you need a quick solution. Okay, you're already a busy helping professional. Okay, you got clients, you got cases, you got students, you're under pressure. Okay, you're trying to meet deadlines. You got to worry about if you're following proper policy. Okay, you got to make sure that your students are learning so that they can measure and be ready for testing. You got so much on you, and I know the last thing that you have time to worry about is, do I have time to do a long, drawn-out program? And that's why I love the Wellness Care 360 Toolkit, because it's really just that. It is a digital toolbox. We have created these digital tools that you can use and get really quick results. Anybody need quick results? Okay, so I just want you to know that we're talking about the Wellness Care 360 Toolkit that we're launching, because it's so needed. A lot of time has been spent just really researching what helping professionals go through. And my desire, as I was going through my graduate program, as I was going through looking at mental health and burnout and self-care for helping professionals, at that time I was really looking at them, looking at it in terms of ministers and how they don't get the proper self-care. And it expanded the conversation into helping professionals, therapists, doctors, nurses, who also are neglecting their own self-care. And I wanted to make sure that I was answering the call to provide help and assistance. So I just want you to know that there is a solution for it. There is a link inside my link tree. You can go to the link tree in my bio if you want to take a look at that program, so that you can go ahead and sign up and start getting results today. Somebody say today. Now, let's talk about some of the physiological signs of burnout, because this is serious, y'all. This is so serious. I have a question. Are any of you experiencing like chronic headaches or chronic migraines? I need to know in the comment section. Let me know, because I don't want to come against the medical industry at all. My daughter's in the medical industry, but sometimes they are more concerned about treating your symptoms and not helping you understand the root cause of those symptoms. Okay, so it's one thing to give a person a prescription for migraines or tell a person to take Tylenol for migraines. Hey, Shanna, but I'm talking about us understanding the root cause of the migraines. And for a lot of us who are helping professionals, doctors, nurses, lawyers, therapists, ministers, right? Teachers, a lot of times those headaches, those migraines are just a direct result of the amount of stress and burnout that you're under. And so while it's good to take those medications, I want you to understand that there are some holistic things that you can also do to help you with the physiological signs, okay? And that's what we do in the Wellness Care 360 Toolkit. We're going to give you evidence-based strategies, evidence-based self-help strategies. Somebody say self-help, because anybody got time to go to therapy all the time? Or maybe you don't have insurance, or maybe you can't afford therapy. We want you to also have things that you can do at your own disposal. So you only go to therapy maybe once or twice a week. These are tools that you have right inside your phone. Once you log into our program and you download it, you have access to all these tools, and you can go through these tools whenever you want to. And so there are some holistic things that you can do to help you with migraines, such as getting enough sleep, making sure that you have the right diet, okay? And all of these things are in the toolkit. Some other physical symptoms of burnout: sleep disturbances. Ace, that's me. Anybody else got sleep disturbances? So we're talking insomnia. So for some of us, falling asleep is a problem. Let me know in the comments if that's you. For some of us, staying asleep is the problem. Talk back to me. Okay. Did you know that the American Psychological Association says that 50% of mental health professionals and helping professionals experience sleep disturbances directly directly linked to job stress? Lene says staying asleep. Come on, Lene. I hope you're going to purchase the Wellness Kit, the Wellness Care 360 Toolkit. Listen, we're not talking about insomnia for any other reason tonight other than job stress. Is your job making you sick? Is your job keeping you up at night? Is the anxiety and the stress from your workplace keeping you awake at night? Shanna says, I don't get enough sleep. Shanna, I want to help you with it. Okay? Because y'all don't take insomnia for granted. Don't minimize insomnia. Insomnia can cause a whole other host of health problems.
A whole
other host of health problems. All right. We have the Wellness Care 360 Toolkit. It is on special this week for $297. And when I'm going to show y'all what you're going to get in a minute. So don't leave the live yet. I'm going to literally let you all see what's inside of our program so that you can see what you're getting. This program is so power-packed with evidence-based tools. Okay. We have worked extremely hard to make this as easy for you as possible. It's just a matter of you downloading and going through the steps of every tool that we're providing for you. Okay. Let's talk about some other physiological signs of burnout. Irritability. Come on, raise your hand. Come on, raise your hand, people. Your workplace stress is causing you a lot of irritability. Now, this is important because irritability means that you're going to also go to work and not provide the type of care that your clients, patients, or students need. And that's not fair to them. It means that you're also putting yourself at risk of legal problems, being terminated. It
Reputation.
also can,
Your reputation.
your reputation. It can affect your relationships. Come on, somebody, right? Listen, a study in the International Journal of Stress Management found that 55% of helping professionals report increased irritability as a result of burnout. Now, irritability usually is the preface for depression. Irritability is normally a sign that depression is lingering nearby. I just want y'all to know that. Okay. Loss of motivation is another sign of burnout. When you're motivated, you can't get nothing done at work. When you don't have motivation, you don't feel like doing anything. And once you lose the love for your job, you're going to become unmotivated. And then you're going to feel disconnected from your job responsibilities. And again, Ace, this is why we're losing so many helping professionals. I know. I walked off of my job. I was a program manager at the social services, and I loved my work so much when I initially started doing social work. I was a social worker, economic case manager. I loved it. I loved it when I initially got the position. But because those agencies that I worked for did not have wellness care programs in place, they didn't have these kind of interventions in place for me. I ended up becoming very burnt out, becoming very stressed. I ended up with a lot of cynicism, right? I just didn't care. I was apathetic towards my clients. I was apathetic towards my staff that I was supervising, and I ended up leaving. And a lot of you are walking off of your jobs, and that's bad because the people who need us are going to be deprived of your services because nobody can do it like you. But if you're not feeling well, you're not going to feel like being bothered. And that's why it's so important to talk about workplace burnout. All right. It also can result in fatigue, persistent tiredness. And this is when you know you got fatigue. When you rest and you still don't feel rested. That's how you know it's fatigue, y'all. Okay. Did you know that burnout can also cause stomach problems, digestive problems, upset stomach, nausea? Did you know that? It's true. Muscle tension. Anybody have muscular problems? I sure do. What you probably didn't know is that your immune system is gravely compromised by burnout as well. Okay. This is important because ain't nobody got time for no weakened immune system. All right. This is how some people end up getting diseases more easily than other people because your immune system has been compromised by the stress and by the burnout. And oftentimes your workplace is not telling you this. And so all you're doing is going to the doctor's office, getting a prescription, but nobody's talking to you about the root cause of it. Well, you can get a prescription all you want to, and it might take the infection away for this go round. It might make that sickness feel better this go round. But if you have not got to the root cause of your weakened immune system, how many people know you're going to catch something else? Well, the Wellness Care 360 Toolkit is going to teach you holistic strategies, evidence-based strategies on how to identify the root causes of your symptoms and ways that you can improve it. All right. That's what we want to do. We want to improve this. We want to get you to the point that we're even preventing burnout. Okay. That's really important. So a huge part of this program is prevention. All right. All right. Ace, you want to share some more of those physical?
Yes, of course. I'm glad that you talked about prevention because I don't know if a lot of people know that studies have shown that 90%, 90 of illnesses and sicknesses in the body are directly attributed to stress, burnout, and compassion fatigue. So, what is this saying? We are all trying to figure out, well, how did this cancer develop in my body?
Right.
How did this hypertension? I eat healthy. I don't understand how I have hypertension. Why is my immune system? Why am I having all of these lupus and all of these cognitive disturbances, all of these things going on in my body? And I don't know about you guys. I can tend to lean towards being a little bit of a hypochondriac, okay? I'm always thinking about being healthy in my 40s, 50s, 60s, and beyond. That's important to me. I don't know about you guys, but I don't want to be in the hospital every week. And I don't want to be in some care facility. I don't want to constantly be worried on if I have the vitality to live somewhat of a happy life. Well, science is showing us that 90% of the illnesses in our bodies that are taking our lives is directly attributed to stress. The same stress that you're experiencing at work. So we're talking about cardiovascular problems. That's serious. That's a very big and serious, that's a red alarm. Because what we know that can be the most fatal, they call it in America, the silent KILLER, is cardiovascular issues. We know right now the studies show that the biggest amount of fatal myocardial infractions or cardiovascular events happen on Monday mornings at 8 a.m. All around the world. People are having massive heart attacks right before they go into work. That is a problem. Most of us are living with issues, silent issues that we don't know about, that are direct causation of the stress that we're experiencing at work. And this is important that we address this. We got to address heart disease. We got to address hypertension. We got to address the other cardiovascular issues that are in alignment and related to these stressors that we're experiencing at work. But let me tell you, there is a caveat that exists there, because stress also helps us to develop unhealthy coping mechanisms. Well, what does that mean, Coach Ace? That means that while the stress is causing you to have high blood pressure, your unhealthy coping mechanism is every day you're stopping and buying a bag of chips. You see how now they're fighting against each other, right? So not only are you having hypertension that is a direct causation of the job, but now the way that you cope with it is you're eating abundance of sodium because your body is craving it, because your iron and all of the receptors in your body is not receiving the nutrients that you need because your body no longer can do this. So you're buying chips and chicken and fried foods and nuggets and butter. Okay, maybe I'm just talking to me. Let me put up a mirror so I can talk to myself. Because I'm telling you that we develop these unhealthy coping mechanisms, such as lack of exercise. We start smoking. We start drinking too much. We do these things that can further advance the critical care that is happening in our bodies. I don't know about y'all, but that scares the hell out of me. That scares the hell out of me, because when I look at the reports and I see, especially for men, we're seeing that men are not living past the age of 52. Yes, your husbands, your sons, your cousins, your uncles, they're not living. They're dropping at an alarming rate to cardiovascular issues. But they get up every morning and they go to that job that's stressing them out. They come home, they try to do the family thing, and you're feeling like, I'm just talking about somebody's story, but I've heard some mothers feel that their husbands are not even present in the household. They're there, but they're not being an actual father. They don't even have the energy because they've been working 12 hours on a row up under all of these stresses, and they can't come home and provide the loving and developing nurturing that you need at home. And on the opposite side, now we look at the woman and we say, we know you're stressed out, but I still need you to come home and care for these children. Do you see how there's this revolving wheel of just stress that critically impacts our bodies? And what we know is that this is how we develop chronic conditions. Somebody say chronic conditions in the comments. We're talking about chronic conditions. We're talking about Crohn's disease. We're talking about diabetes. We're talking about obesity. We're talking about all of these things that are happening because we're stressed out on the job. Dr. Vanessa, I don't know about you, but when I got deeper into this research, and I realized, because you'll hear in the world, well, it's because you're overweight that you're sick, or it's because you were smoking that you developed cancer. Well, the study is showing different. The studies are showing that this stuff is happening 90% as a direct causation to stress. And that's scary.
Yep.
That's scary. Because we are all up under stress. Right now, every last one of us are dealing with some type of stress in our life. And we think, oh, well, if I just go get me some aromatics and I put on a candle at night, that this is going to help me. Well, what we're learning is that healing stress is actually, it's a methodical system to it. But no one teaches us how to do that. And that's why we created the Wellness Care 360 Toolkit, because we wanted to create a culture of wellness. We wanted to create a community of people who know how to help each other, who know how to remedy issues and nurse each other, so that we can all have the care for self that we truly deserve. And for me, this has become so much more of a mission. I don't even want to brag, but I want to tell you, since doing this program, I'm talking about just creating the program, I've lost 20 pounds just by creating this program and trying to practice some of the methodologies that talks about getting more sleep. There's, in fact, Dr. Brooks, I'm going to go over to it and talk about the sleep hygiene. There are different things in this toolkit that will help you to be able to combat these issues.
Let me show TikTok. I'm going to flip the camera so they can see it too. Okay, go ahead.
I didn't realize that I wasn't getting enough sleep, guys. I'm getting up every morning. I'm feeling still fatigued. I'm feeling still overwhelmed. Yet I had a long night of sleep. Well, actually, no, I have poor sleep hygiene. And so these are some of the things that you'll get inside of this toolkit. You'll get a how to balance your meals, right? You'll learn how to create a healthy lifestyle around the care for yourself. You'll get things like this sleep schedule, which will teach you how to develop healthy sleeping habits. Because what do we know about sleep? Sleep is when your body regenerates. Sleep is when actually your body starts to heal itself. It's when your organs repair itself. But most of us are not sleeping long enough for the body to do that. We're not even entering those cycles of sleep that allows our body to heal itself. We're so stressed out. We're sleeping in stress. And so we wanted to create this toolkit so that you can figure out, well, what issue am I having today? And you can go over to the toolkit. I'm going to pull up just an example of what those screens will look like. But you can say, you know what?
I'm going to show them the whole program in a second too.
Okay, good. You can go over there and say, you know what? I need to know how to combat this burnout. You just simply click the burnout portion of this course. If you're dealing with, and you're a counselor, you just click, I'm a counselor right here. What if you're a healthcare worker? You just click the healthcare section. What if you need to do a self-assessment? You just click the assessment, and you can develop a care a care program for yourself so that you can usher yourself back to vital health, so that you can fully do what you were called to do. And if anything, that is what's most important to me. I told Dr. Brooks, and Dr. Brooks, I'm going to share this. It made me so sad to hear that Dr. Brooks left her career in social services, because I know personally, being a person who has experienced having to call social services, I wish I could have got a Dr. Brooks. And what I'm saying is that some of you guys, we need you there. We need you in your role. You're the only person that can care for these children. You're the only person who knows how to help these children get their testing scores higher. You're the only person that knows how to help with the senior care facilities and bring happiness and vitality to these senior citizens. You're the only person. And I don't want to lose anyone else. I don't want to lose any more of our helping professionals. I want to help you to stay on your job. Now, Dr. Brooks, how does that sound?
That sounds good to me. All right, y'all. What I want to do now is I want to take a moment and show you all the actual program. I'm going to share my screen over here, and I'm going to walk you through what the program.
I see you, Jason.
Looks
Hello,
like.
everybody else. Let us know that you're here. Let me know your names and where you are in the world. Let me know where you're calling from or
Of course,
tuning
my
in
dog
from.
is gonna. Juliet is
That's our helper
she's here.
professional dog.
Exactly.
And she's
All
selling
right.
the program to the helping professional dogs.
TikTok, I need y'all to get those numbers back up for me. Get those numbers back up because this is the best part. Let me show you all the actual program that we are so excited about. Julie, can I have the spotlight, please? Can I have the spotlight? Is what I'm trying to figure out.
I'm done.
Okay, can I be great? Can I be professional, please? Thank you. No.
Julie.
Can y'all come get y'all's internet dog? Your internet dog niece, please. Okay. So let me show. Yeah, hold on, y'all. I'm trying not to be ghetto because I'm being professional right now. Juliet! Oh, sorry. Y'all know y'all love when I do that, don't you? Okay. All right. So y'all listen. This is what we are so extremely excited about. There is nothing like this on the marketplace for helping professionals. Nothing like it in the marketplace. This is the Wellness Care 360 Toolkit and on-demand resource library. When you purchase this program, you're going to get immediate access to this. It's just like having an app right on your phone. Everything you need is in one place. We want to make this so simple for you, okay? So there's modules in the program, all right? There are modules. We want you to start here at the top. But if you want to look around and start at the bottom, you can, all right? But there's more modules. And so everything you need, there's a great welcome to the program. Let me just show you some of the things that happens when you start the program. Is it going to let me go into it? I think it is. So you're going to start getting these amazing on-demand videos
with a 3-ring binder.
You see that pretty difficult? Right
I
there?
recommend
Yes.
purchasing a 3-ring.
Okay. Then you go to the side here and you see there's all kinds of resources that we have created for you. So let me show you some of them. One of the things I'm really excited about is this. One of the first things that we're going to ask you to do is take the burnout assessment, the burnout inventory. We want you to be able to assess yourself and determine, if you have burnout or if you're in danger of it or if you're already experiencing it. So the very first step is to actually go through the burnout assessment so that you can kind of rate yourself and see where you are. And depending on your score, and we walk you through how to score this thing, you'll see kind of where you need the most help at. And so what I love about our program is we have resources for each of the 3 components of burnout. So if you do score higher in, say, emotional exhaustion, then you start looking for all the tools that really hone in on emotional exhaustion. Or if you scored low in, say, self-efficacy, then you know that you can go down to begin working with the efficacy resources and tools. So everything is curated for you. There's all the things on like emotional exhaustion. What I love is that we also have an on-demand resource library. So in this module, there is a boatload of additional resources that you'll be able to use. For example, we have ebooks that are specially curated for you if you are, say you are a counselor and you need to just work through burnout for a counselor. We have ebooks for that. If you are a teacher, we have an ebook curated specifically for you if you are an educator, right? We also have in the resource library, let's do this right here. Let's say that burnout is a real issue for you. Like there's a whole list of videos and articles that you can access so that you understand more about that. We also have, let's show you. Let's show you this. For example, We have a video on mindfulness and breath work, so we can walk you through how to do it correctly. The diaphragm. Welcome to our educational audio guide. There's that. And we also have an efficacy module. Let me show you some of this stuff in the efficacy module. Listen, you have a whole 156-page workbook that's going to walk you through exactly what efficacy is and how you can enhance your professional and personal self-efficacy. Because remember, that is a huge part of the burnout syndrome. So this program walks you exactly through how to become a person who is efficacious. We want helping professionals to be self-efficacious. And so this whole program, this whole module walks you through exactly how to do this. So when I tell you that we've left nothing to the imagination, we've left nothing to the imagination. Absolutely nothing has been left out. Okay. We even have a 30-day energy boosting meal plan that you can access as well as soon as it pops up there. So when I tell you that everything that you need has been created for you in this program, I promise you everything has been created. Each of the modules also gives you a lesson summary. So again, these are things that you can download. If you forget something, you can just pull it up on your phone and just do the review. Everything you need is right here in this toolkit. Okay. So what you need to do is make a decision to take care of your health. We need you to take care of your health. Okay. We have too many people who are becoming very, very, very sick. We have too many people who are actually dying, y'all, because of burnout, because of stress, because of overwhelm. And again, we know through the data that stress, 87% of sicknesses and disease are caused by stress, are caused by burnout. We know this. Okay, this is not something we have to make up. This is not something that we're not sure about. This is not something that we got to think about. This is something that the research and the data has shown us. And it's so unnecessary because it's so preventable, y'all. We can prevent it, okay? And even if you're already experiencing it, you can still do things to manage it so that you feel better, so that you recover from it. Okay, there is absolutely no reason for any of us to suffer in silence with burnout. Okay, there's absolutely no reason for you to quit a job that you love because you don't have the wherewithal or the energy to do it anymore. There is no reason for you to be up all night because you can't sleep due to stress, due to anxiety. There is no reason for you to gain weight because of hormonal imbalances as a result of metabolic syndrome, because that's also a physiological sign of burnout. There is no reason for you to take high blood pressure medication because you have high blood pressure because of on the job stress. These are things that can be prevented, and these are things that we can reverse the damage. The thing that I love about this program is that it is rooted in neuroscience, y'all. It is rooted in neuroplasticity. And that is what makes this program different from all the other ones that are out there. We know that our brains are plastic. Mm-hmm. In other words, our brains can change. Mm-hmm. The structure of our brains can change. The functionality of our brains can change. All right. And the real problem is, and we go into all of this in the program, the real issue is that we do the same things over and over again. So you're going to work stressed out, burnout, overwhelmed. All right. You've decided in your brain, I hate my job. You've decided in my brain, I don't want to be here. You've decided in your brain, I hate everything about it. Well, guess what? You're going to keep reliving out that same experience every single day of your life. And you're going to get the same results every single day of your life. What neuroplasticity does is it gives you the opportunity to change your thoughts, to change your emotions, and to change your behaviors. All right. And so that's what this program does. This program teaches you how to change your thoughts about stress. It teaches you how to change your emotions about stress. It teaches you how to change your behaviors so that you respond differently to stress. And I hate to say this, y'all, I hate to bust your bubble, but working harder ain't going to change nothing. Quitting your job really isn't going to change anything either. You know why? Because you still have those same neurons programmed in your brain. So even when you go to the next job, guess what? You're going to end up doing the exact same thing. The only thing that's going to fix this is neuroplasticity. The only thing that's going to make this go away is if you create an entire different version of yourself. Oh my God. When you create the helping professional that thinks differently, that has different emotions about the job, and who has different behaviors, that's when the real breakthrough comes. And so the Wellness Care 360 Toolkit is designed to do just that, y'all. It is designed to help you change your brain, to change your thought patterns, to change your emotional patterns, and to change your behavioral patterns so that when your boss come and get on your nerves. Oh, I'm having a flashback. Sorry. When your boss come and get on your nerves, you won't cuss him out this time. When your client calls you and your client goes off on you, you don't have to become numb and irresponsive to them because of the stress. You know how to respond differently, right? When those students in the classroom are driving you crazy, all right, you don't have to scream. And you don't have to, low-key be abusive towards them. Why? Because now you have a brand new brain that is functioning completely differently because you've learned how to do these amazing tasks, these interventions designed to change the wiring in your brain. What the Wellness Care 360 Toolkit is going to do is teach you how to rewire your brain for resilience. Right now, you have a brain that's wired for burnout. What we want you to do is rewire that brain for resilience. We want you to rewire your brain so that you're no longer emotionally exhausted, but that you have energy, so that you feel alive. We want you to rewire your brain so that you no longer treat people as if they don't matter to you, but you now have a brain that's wired for compassion and empathy. We want you to rewire your brain so that now you have self-efficacy. You know that you can go to work every single day and do the best job, do exactly what you were hired to do. That's what we want for you. All right. So this is the pre-launch of the Wellness Care 360 Toolkit, and we are so excited about it. You can't see on TikTok, but on YouTube and Facebook, Alan has a call to action on the screen. And we want you to enroll now to get 1/2 off of the program. Because every week the program is going to go up until we get to its final price. All right. We have studied the market and we know what this thing is worth. All right. This program is worth over $2,000. And that's not a lie. But we want to get it out here. We want to get it into the hands of as many people as possible. And so for this first introductory week, we're offering it at a price of $297 with Afterpay. I'm just saying. Somebody say with Afterpay. All right. You can buy now, child, pay it later. Okay. You ain't got to tell nobody. That's your business. Okay. You can buy that bad boy today and you can break it up into 4 weekly payments with Afterpay. Okay. And you will still have immediate access to the program. And if you purchase the program and you don't like it and you notify me or Ace within the first 3 days of your purchase, we'll give you all your money back, child. It won't be no questions asked. We'll give you all your money back. No questions asked. The other thing about this program is that we have community. Because the research says, right, Alan, that community and social support is really important when you're trying to combat burnout. Most people, especially those of us who are helping professionals, we deal with a lot of isolation, which is why we suffer in silence, because we don't have nobody to talk to about these things. But what we've done here is we have a whole community tab right inside of the portal. Right inside the portal, there's a community tab. And you can go to the community tab. You can post things. You can talk to other people. We also have created a Facebook group as well called Wellness Care 360. And so you'll be able to find other helping professionals inside of that Facebook group, and you'll be able to get additional support there, right? Mutual support. You'll be able to give support, but you'll also be able to get support from other people. So you have two opportunities for community in this program, right inside the portal itself and also in our Facebook group. We're going to be going live in there too sometimes as soon as we get the group built up. So today is the first official day that the Wellness Care 360 Toolkit is on the market. So even if you don't buy it tonight, can you just clap for us? Can you clap? Can you clap? Can you clap? Can you clap? Because we are excited, y'all. We are so excited about it, y'all. We are so excited about it. I've done a lot of research because you don't really create stuff until you research and make sure there's a need for it. All right. And so I'm telling you all, let me show y'all the screen that Alan has up. There's a need for this. And there's really nothing like it in the marketplace. All right. There's really no on-demand toolkits like this specifically for helping professionals using neuroplasticity as the foundational intervention for combating stress and burnout and compassion fatigue. There's nothing like this. So again, once you click on that link and you buy the program, you're going to get immediate access into the program. Everything you need is going to be right on your phone or your iPad or your laptop, whatever you're going to use. It's all there. All the lessons, all the tools are downloadable. So you don't even have to keep logging back in if you don't want to. If you want to just download a few of the resources, for the first week or two, you can just use those on your phone, right? That's the beauty in this. So the versatility is there. The diverse ways to utilize the program is there. Why? Because we thought about each of you when we were building this out. We thought about you. All right. We want to make sure that we are making this as not only just as affordable as we can, but we wanted to make sure that it was also hassle-free because you're busy. You got a lot of ish going on in your life already. And the last thing you need is a course. What I love about this is that it's not a course. Ain't nobody got time for no long, boring courses that I know you ain't gonna never finish. This is about providing you with quick, evidence-based tools that if you apply them repetitiously, create a new habit in your brain by doing these same interventions every day, you're going to start to see results within the first 7 days of this program. You're going to see results within the first 7 days of this program. All right. So we're not going to hold you because I know you're busy. You're helping professionals. Although me and Ace might come back on TikTok tonight and do like a late night thing. All right. Because I wasn't expecting as much. Interest from TikTok as we got tonight. So I'm kind of excited about that.
Yes, Dr. Brooks.
Hey, you got any closing thoughts?
Oh, yes. I'm really curious. I know we like to open up the space for questions and answers. I'm just really so excited because one of the things you said that is powerful is this is not a course. Although it's written by people who are in academics, this is not a course. This is really a toolkit. It's something that you can say, I'm experiencing this today. Let me go and help myself and prevent this thing from being exasperated. Let me go step in right now and figure out what I can do. And you'll look, there's a plan for everything that you may be experiencing in your life. There is so many different modules and immersive experiences from different podcasts to different video casts, vodcasts, all types of different things that you can go to help yourself. And that is, for me, something I need for myself. I need it fast. I need it quick. I need something I can play on my way to work in the morning, something I can play in my earphones while I'm working. I needed something that's quick that doesn't require all of my attention like school does, right? And so this is that toolkit. But I want to ask before we get out of here, because I know we got some other things on our agenda today. So I want to just open up for questions and answers from helping professionals who may have questions about this toolkit or anything that we can answer. And if not, then we'll see you guys on the next live and get ready to see us because you're going to see us every day.
Every day. Unapologetically.
Unapologetically. We are on a mission to save lives, save careers, save potential. We're on a mission for that. So if there's any questions, I want to open up the floor. And if not, I want you guys to catch us. Make sure you join us on YouTube. Make sure you join us on Facebook. Make sure you join us on all of our other platforms so we can further advance this conversation of how we can develop and create a wellness culture together.
Absolutely.
That is so important. Is we have to do this together. We have to look out for each other's well-being together. So let's do it together. And once again, the Toolkit is on a special pre-launch sale right now. Before we offer this program to corporate America, we are putting this beta program out before it's $10,000. We're talking about for you guys who don't like to go to therapy, who don't have the time to go to therapy, who don't have the budget to go to therapy, the job ain't letting you do it, whatever those issues are. This is a self-therapeutic, self-guided, self-paced program. And I really put the time into it. If you really are like me, this is a year-long worth of therapy. This is a year-long where you get to really break down different things. I mean, there's so many guides and journals and books, and just the resources are so rich. I even personally wrote a book, guys. I personally wrote a book called The Confidence Manual. In this entire course, The Confidence Manual is a 12-week strategy guide for you to bring back confidence into your life, to bring back efficacy. You get to rate your confidence. I created a system called the Confidence Score, and where you can now sit here and say, oh, today I scored a 10. I didn't do so well today, but what can I do tomorrow so I can have a 20? And you'll be able to really analyze and evaluate how your self-care progress is going. And I think this is so important because many of us try things that do not work. We have no way to monitor it, measure it, to look and see if it's even effective in our lives. Well, this system breaks down so many different areas where you can actually run self-assessments. You don't have to go to a therapist for this. This is something you can do on your own in your leisure time, when you're driving to work, when you're sitting in your office, when you're in your lunch breaks. And if you're concerned about your health and your wellness and your vitality as much as I am about mine, this is the answer. There's nothing like it on the market. And so again, Dr. Brooks, I'm just so proud of this work, this passion project that we were able to build over the last year that we've been working on, guys. We've been working on a secret as we've been putting out all types of stuff this year to help people. This has been our baby. This has been a project we've been working on now for 2 years, where we started to think of who we want to help. Who are the people that we want to help? Well, we want to help people that look like us. I'm from the corporate world, and I know what it looks like to be in corporate America, where you're seen as nothing but a number. You're there to produce. No one is concerned on your mental well-being, your wellness. No one cares about that part. You're there to produce and make the company more money. And so I wanted to consider how I felt in those moments. And so everything in this program addresses that stuff. And when I tell you, Dr. Brooks, I know you can attest, just writing this program and going back over some of these things that me and Dr. Brooks have learned in Psychology 101 10 years ago, these things that we already kind of knew, but we just kind of forgot about. Going back over these things has enriched my life so much. It made me decide to get up and go to the doctor. I wanted to get a physical done. I wanted to know the state of my health. I wanted to know. And I was able to get on a program. And here I am now, just a month into this program. I've already lost 20 pounds. My blood pressure is lower. I'm sleeping like a baby at night. My skin is clearing. I'm having better dreams at night. I'm looking forward to the next day's activities. We're talking about a complete dichotomy. I'm on the other side, the antithesis of where I was. And so I want you to experience this as well. Dr. Brooks, before we go, just writing this program, have this program helped you?
It has, but before we go, I wanted to try to walk them through. I want to show them the modules one more time. Okay. I think before there was a few that were not popping up. But so let me just show you all one more time what you're going to be getting. So let me share my screen. And I want to show you all what this thing looks like and how massive it is and how many opportunities you have to really get the help you need. Let's do this right here. All right, hopefully you all can see that. Let me get you on TikTok. So let me show you some of the things that's in the resource library, because I think this is the part of the program that I'm most excited about, is the resource library. Because again, I know that you all are busy. You don't have a lot of time. I didn't want this to be like a long, drawn out course. I really wanted to take the knowledge, the information, the education, the tactical things and put them inside of tools. So one of the things that you're going to get when you go into the resource library here, which is module 3, is these books. And Ace talked about these books. Well, this is one that I wrote called The Resilient Counselor. Okay, this is a 56-page book. So if you are a mental health professional, therapist, social worker, psychiatrist, this book is going to walk you through everything you need to know about combating burnout. So if you don't even look at anything else in this program, if you just looked at the Resilient Counselor ebook, it's going to provide you with so much information. We also have another book that we wrote. It's going to load here in just a second. Hope y'all can see that. Now, this one is the same book. It's loading up. It's kind of big, so y'all hold on one second. This one is for educators, right? So this one is for the resilient educator. So if you're a teacher, teacher's assistant, principal, superintendent, again, it's going to walk you through everything that you need to know about how to become a resilient educator. So if you don't do anything else in this program for a month and you just want to focus on the book for resilient educators, this is a go-to resource for you. We have another book just like it, but this time it's going to load up here. This book is for healthcare providers. So if you are a nurse, if you are a doctor, if you are a nurse assistant, a medical assistant, if you are a surgeon, if you work in the OR or the ER, if you do anything in the healthcare realm, the Resilient Healer is your go-to resource. Again, it's going to walk you through everything that you need to know about becoming a resilient healthcare professional. Okay, it's going to walk you through it step by step by step. There's so much inside of our resource library. Again, one of the things that happens when we experience burnout is we lose our energy, y'all. We become energetically bankrupt. So there's an energy daily tracker, okay? You can download this tool, okay? And it walks you through how to use it for 7, 14, and 21 days to help you restore your energy. Because when you have more energy, you can focus more. You can get more done. You won't experience the high levels of stress and burnout. Many of us are experiencing the burnout because we are depleted in terms of our energy. And your brain uses 20% of its energy just to do the basic things. So you factor in all the other things that you do as a helping professional, you are losing a lot of brain energy. Well, this resource is going to help you restore your brain energy, your mental energy. All right. Diet is really important, like nutrition. I don't mean diet in terms of weight loss, but I mean the nutritions that we put in our body. There are foods that we can put in our body that will boost our energy. And so we've given you a 30-day energy boosting meal plan. If you eat these foods, and we have affirmations with every meal, if you eat these foods, okay, over time, over 30 days, you're going to start feeling better in terms of your energy supply. So again, there's just so many resources in this library. Again, there's the mindfulness breathwork video. What else do we have in the resource library? There's so much. There are so many on-demand videos. We have podcasts. Now, Ace and I were able is the brain's amazing some work with AI that I don't think anybody else is really using, and we were able to curate specialized podcast for you. Okay. Who doesn't like a good podcast? Let me see if I can find one of these podcasts.
Is this important? Well, self-efficacy plays a major role in our day-to-day
being able
lives,
to
either
download that
professionally
and just
or
listening
personal.
to it
It's
every
really
day.
simple. When you believe
Okay.
in yourself and your
So when I
abilities.
tell you all that there are so many resources inside this toolkit, there are so many resources for you all.
Well,
and we want to make
one
sure.
that says a deep dive podcast up under mine.
Deep dive podcast.
Scroll down.
Right there. All right. So here's an actual audio podcast. Okay. So what you do is you can either play it here from the actual.
All right, everyone. Welcome back for another deep dive.
Excited to be here.
Today, we're getting into something really
now,
important.
These are the podcasts that we created for you using AI. So when we said this program was innovative, it is innovative. Okay. Now we did all the research. Ace and I did all the research. We told AI to create podcasts for our helping professionals. So you can either listen to the podcast directly inside the portal.
Especially for those of us
you can just download the podcast right here to your phone or to your iPad, and you can listen to it on your lunch break, on your drive to work. Listen, y'all, that way you don't get distracted trying to watch a video. So when I tell you all that there are so many options for y'all, that's what we mean. We're telling you all that you have so many options, okay? Because I understand that everybody learns differently. We don't all learn the same way. Some of you might need a workbook. I ain't even show them all the workbooks. We'll show them tomorrow. There are workbooks, there are journals, there are prompts in here. There's so much in here, okay? So you have different learning styles. So you can choose and you can pair things together. You can put one resource with another resource, just however you want to use it. But we're excited. I think y'all can tell how excited we are about this program, okay? So we'll be back. I think we're going to go live Wednesday night, Ace. Is that right?
Yep, Wednesday night.
And we might do a pop-up on TikTok tomorrow. We'll see how we feel. But for sure, we'll be back Wednesday night, 7 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. We'll be on TikTok. We'll be on YouTube. We'll be on Facebook. Get prepared to be a little bit sick of us because we're excited about this. And so we want you to go ahead and purchase. Be among the first to purchase, okay? I also want to say for a program this week, Ace don't even know this yet. For everybody that purchased the program this week, I got something special for you. Okay? I have something special that you're going to get when you purchase the program. Okay? A surprise. I'm not even going to tell you what it is yet. Just know that it's valued at $499. Okay? And I'm gonna just give you a hint. It's something that you're going to experience live.
Uh-oh.
I ain't tell Ace yet because I didn't want him to say no. Now he ain't got no choice but to say yes. Because we're going to give you a free Wellness Care 360 coaching session when you purchase. I'm just saying. When you purchase, we'll get you on a call. Make sure you understand exactly how to use the program, answer any questions you have. Listen, that alone, okay? Honestly, if I could be honest, my coaching sessions come in at like $9.99 for a session. You know why? Not because I think I'm all that, but because I have a heart for serving. And whenever I work with my clients, I always give them above and beyond what they pay for. And I am that person that will stay on that phone with you more than an hour. So I'm giving you this for free. That's because we're so excited about it. We're so excited about it. So let us know that you've purchased. All right. And once you purchase, we will show you how you can schedule your complimentary high-level coaching session with me and Coach Allen. Okay. All right. Our time is up. It's been up. It was up 20 minutes ago, but some of us are long-winded. Okay. All right, y'all. Grace and peace.
Grace and peace, everybody.
Peace and blessings. Love and light. Namaste, Ashe. The Wellness Care 360 Toolkit. It is now on the market. Okay. Ready for you. We'll talk to you all Wednesday. We might come back tonight. We don't know yet. Just turn your notifications on. Okay. See you TikTok. Thank you for being there, Shana, the whole time.